So tip 1 for live online lessons from me is don't reinvent the wheel, especially if you are just going on to live lessons for a couple of weeks and it's not going to be for a 3-4 month extended period, which is where maybe more thought does need to be put into this. But I really think that students like consistency. If you have a certain house style that you use every lesson, they're going to want to see that. It will reassure them and realise that they're kind of, we're still learning, we're still together, we're still in the class together. So here's an example from mine. If I can make the slide click on, potentially not. You can tell this is quite rough and ready. This is new to me. This is one of my normal PowerPoint slides that I would use at school. I've got to fill in the gaps. I love and hate them. And then I've got some instructions to complete a worksheet, but obviously when we're at home, the worksheets might not be accessible because your students might not have them. You might not have photocopied them in advance because who does? So you're going to have to kind of work around that. So all I've done here is I've made sure I've given the major points of the worksheet and just changed it into instructions that they can do in their books at home. It's a really, really simple thing to do. Then for the second part of the worksheet, you might see here, it's got a table, it's got some questions. I've just screenshotted that. They can do that online. They can do it in their books. They don't need to have the worksheet in front of them as long as they have this on the screen. At school, it's probably going to be too small for them to just have it on the screen. But when they're at home and they've got it right in front of them, it'll be much easier. So yes, you will have to do some shifting around of stuff if you are using worksheets, but don't go crazy. Keep your lesson structures the same. Some things you will have to explain more differently, or you might have to kind of, give them more time to copy out a diagram that you'd usually stick in the books for them, etc. But don't go overboard. Don't reinvent the wheel. Try and stick to your normal routines as much as possible, and they'll feel more like they are back at school with you as you were.